We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Chicago Bears and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in week 1.
And how about that defense last week? They pitched a shutout, and it's really more like a no-hitter because they absolutely dominated that game from the opening whistle.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And he comes off an incredible performance in the opener. 5 touchdown passes. Now, look, you always want to start strong, but I think that's more than anyone, including himself, could have expected.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second. Season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
Now a play fake here on first down. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. This defense for the Dolphins, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
You talk about getting off to a hot start, a shutout right out of the gate. Think of a carryover headed into this one, the residue of that game. That means excellent practices, guys alert, ready to go. They'd love to hang a second one right here, right now.
And they work this well upfield. across the 45. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. 7 yards there and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
On second down, it's Hoover. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going long for Coates. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag. They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this one is incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they score in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
Do you think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses them about 4 yards. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want...
What in the fucking world here? Where are you going?
See the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here's 2nd and 8. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position. 1st and 10.
Miami set to take over. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for Miami. 44 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better, had time to survey the field, and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up. The long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. 43 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. This offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this 1st half. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On 2nd down now, it's Hoover looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A big play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this 1st half. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Hoover, and he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hamilton, and he'll get this up to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted. Down and incomplete.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And it'll be Dolphin football. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They were winners over the Jets a week ago, and they are in the driver's seat right now as well.
Hey, check that. Street. Dragon 60.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Going long for Coates. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Dolphins continue to pull away here in this first half.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Watch the safety creep.
On second down, it's Hamilton, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now a give right side. It's Hoover
To about the 40-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to have a third down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
On first down, Hamilton. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hamilton, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Hamilton able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you. Keep it to short gain.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And that's a nice gain by him on first down, picking up some key yardage.
Second down, here's Davis Price.
And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. They're going to look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their...
You're not fighting for this fucking ball. You're letting a fucking linebacker. Linebacker. Unfucking believable.
47-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I'll bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Back to throw here. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
Taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Throw left side complete. That's Stokes. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll run on first down. It's Hamilton.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 6. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Browns who are out on top. The Browns locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. In that game, level, as they take on the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
55 rushing yards on the ground for him so far.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On second down now, it's Hoover, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll set up a throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. In motion left goes a tight end. Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check, and they're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Ty Davis-Price
Taking it in from 7 yards away.
and the Dolphins just continue to roll.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
On the counter, Davis-Price. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 25. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback.
And he will have a Dolphins 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
Davis-Price on 1st and 10. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
On 2nd down, Lawton, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
On the run is Benjamin. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 2nd down now, Lawton, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are pouring it on. So another touchdown for him on the year now, Charles. He had 2 in the opener last week, and hits pay dirt for a 3rd time here.
And with good health, he's got a really good chance to be up there among the leaders in touchdowns scored when this season comes to an end. Quick question, partner. Is it bad luck to toast him with a sports drink?
Not at all, partner. I think that's a fantastic idea. Cheers. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
2nd and 5. He finds his man complete. It's Stokes. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Hoover, and he will have the Bears' 1st down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
36. Focus, defense, focus.
They'll set up to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hoover. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 57 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Hamilton. And room there to work it inside the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hamilton, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Up the middle they go. It's Hoover, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hamilton, and he's only going to get a yard. From the 20 to the 19. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Up the middle they go. Hamilton. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to... give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Davis Price up the middle. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
They run it with Benjamin, and he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes...
I hate the way you do that.
When you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
On 2nd down, Lawton. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
He's crossing. He's checking crowd. Check. Crunch.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. He'll look to throw. Going long for Coates. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 62 yards. And the Dolphins are on their way to a 2-0 start. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stokes. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
On 1st down, Lawton. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They'll keep it on the ground. Lawton, and he'll go down here at the 12. Yard line. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Give to Davis Price up the middle here. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Onto the field now come the Bears.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Looking to throw. He finds it, and it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline is still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
On the ground, Benjamin.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They'll run on first down. Callahan.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down now, Callahan, and he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Davis Price will try to pick it up.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Oh, my goodness. How about this start to a season? I mean, it doesn't get much better. 2 touchdowns, remember, last week in the opener. 3 more here. This is some kind of pace to put yourself on.
Are we going to go ahead and look ahead and say 4 next week? Is that too much to ask for? That's what he's dreaming about right now. That's what his team's thinking about. But, boy, what a start for him.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again.
CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And his throw here is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll... Say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And taken right on the 30.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this is caught. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception.
And the Dolphins come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Miami, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.